Hey, good morning. Linus with Hitching Up Moving On. Dana's gone today. She had to go home and teach some little ones. She did a sub day. So I'm doing my own cooking this morning, and this is why I prefer to cook every once in a while. So we are going to make the Jello cook and serve pudding with the Pillsbury biscuits that are flaky. It's going to require 2 cups of milk. I always put butter in my pudding. We're going to put the biscuits on here, 400 degrees on the oven, and we are going to make my breakfast. This is going to be my breakfast. So stay tuned. So anyhow, we have our milk, our butter, our pan, the rubber spatula because it's a self-coated pan, metal pan to put our biscuits on, which I'm going to go ahead and do right now. And then a measuring cup to measure the milk with. It will take 2 cups of milk. It should, if anything I know about this, it should feel easy. Pan back over here. Spoon rest. 2 cups. I'll take not quite 2 cups. We have a whisk. And my little whisk. I forgot about the whisk. I would dump this in here. So much at a time. Try to mix it up where it actually doesn't get real grainy. I mean, it's going to heat up enough to do it anyhow. Okay. Anyhow, I'm not a great cook, but this is something I know how to cook. I'm gonna mix that up and put it in here, and I'll mix it up some more. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more milk because I didn't add it all. And we will turn that on low. I'll let that start cooking over there. And I'll put my milk back away. I'm gonna fry my biscuits in the oven, which is already set at 400. And this is Jello cook and serve. You don't want to use instant, you want to use cook and serve because it's hot when you get done with it. So simple, very simple thing to do. And take this off here, this down here. Put some water in this and let it soak a little bit. And we are on full hookup, so I can use as much water as I want. And we'll throw the whisk, well, we'll keep the whisk out. And you just got to keep stirring the pudding. So. And you want to cook the pudding until it boils. Yeah, you just gotta, your pudding's right here. Like I said, just keep stirring it until it boils. And then you'll add, I usually add at least 2 or 3 tablespoons of butter. And makes the pudding real rich. This is my favorite breakfast. Well, yeah. Been having it since we've been kids. Used to make homemade biscuits with homemade chocolate pudding. We called it cocoa pudding, and we would use that and make that at Grandma's house, and she was really good at making the pudding and the biscuits and everything. So on here, bring this up a little bit. So now we just got to give it a little bit of time, and we'll see how it goes. And like I said, it really isn't much. It's your cook and serve pudding, 2 cups of milk. If you make a bigger one, if you make the double box, you use 3.5 cups of milk, and put 2 cups of milk in here. When this pudding gets really hot, I'll slice off some butter and stick in that pudding. It kind of gives it really makes the pudding have a richness to it, which is more of what I don't need. But anyhow, while that's heating up a little more, I'm gonna wash this pan and get some hot water here. Anyhow, I'm gonna do that real quick. We've always been fans of basically clean up our dishes right away. So we don't leave them sit in the sink all day long. And if you guys see this video and haven't seen the video on the big boy train, that will be out. That should be out today, but watch it. It's a pretty cool video. We just happened on it when we was on Shelbyville Lake. So, now I'll have my, I don't even think I need a spatula on that. It won't be long. It won't be long now. Isn't that what this cat said when he got his tail caught in the van? It won't be long now. We got on the lake yesterday and we was down there, and after all the years of using my boat, I had a problem with the wire. Basically, it was getting a bad connection to a fuse block. So we're coming back from halfway down Shelbyville Lake, and my boat just quits running. And it's like, oh crap. Luckily, I'm a mechanic, or used to be one anyhow, and I know a little bit about stuff, and I started tracing back and looking for fuses and stuff, and found that fuse. And the fuse was not blowed, but as I moved the connection around, I'd hear a beep sound on my dash, which was my usually a low oil sensor warning buzzer or something like that. So I took and was able to move the wires in the right position to get us in, because I didn't have that many tools on the boat. And today I'm going to try to get that fixed. We made it in with it without any problems. Just kind of when we hit the waves, we just hit them a little bit softer, didn't hit them real hard, because I didn't want it shaking it to where we lost connection. But we was trying to hurry to get back to Daisy, because we was already gone 2.5 hours longer than we planned on being gone. And she was in here, and she'd been in heat, so we normally don't leave her in her cage, and we had her in her cage. So I just worried about her, and when we come back, she was just laying there asleep, didn't even care. Made me feel good that, you know, at least she wasn't really having an issue with it. So, but anyhow, I'm gonna keep an eye on this pudding, I don't burn it. Lola, I'm cooking. Yeah, usually if you time this right, the time you put your biscuits in the oven to cook and you start cooking your pudding, it'll be about done. It's getting there. It's getting there right now. It won't be long. And the biscuits are in here, they're starting to rise. So, won't be long. It'll be starting to boil a little bit, and then I'll add some stuff to it. Some butter to it. Yeah, Dana went into, we live close to Taylorville, Illinois, and which is not very far from where we're camping right now. We're at Lithia Springs Campground on Shelbyville Lake, and she usually does a lot of winter subbing for the school, because she retired a few years ago, and she kind of still loves to go into sub. She likes doing the little bitty kids. And that's what she taught her whole life. So she's in there today doing that, and it's going to be an easy day. So she don't mind driving just to go make a little bit of money and actually do it. And she's doing it because she just likes to do it. And there's some days I want to say she comes home and says I had a heck of a day, but most days she just loves to do it. She loves kids. And pudding's starting to thicken up a little bit. Not quite done yet, but it's starting to cook a bit. The biscuits are looking pretty good. It will thicken, and I was glad to see it thicken, because if it didn't thicken with that milk, I'd be in trouble. But this is a better way, another way of making your pudding just have a richer taste, is adding that butter. It doesn't tell you to do that on the package. It just says pudding, milk, heat till it boils, stir a lot, and it is starting to boil right now. I'll turn it down a bit, and I'm going to take this and give it a couple. Oh boy, that butter's soft. Just a couple of slices of butter here, and there's the butter, about how much I'm using, 2 of those. And I'll stir that in. I'll stir the butter in. You can see it melting. And this pudding will be about done. And it smells good. As long as it's boiling, which it was before I turned it down, just as long as you get it boiling, it'll be cooked good. So, we would check on our biscuits. They ought to be getting close. I don't like burnt biscuits. I like them brown on top. That's going to get turned off because it is done. Should be boiling. Yeah, that's what you want, that little boil like there. You can turn it off now. Give it a couple more stirs so it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. I'm going to move that aside so I can get my pan out for my biscuits to see what them are doing. They're not quite there. Okay, we should be getting close here. I'm ready to pull it out. I'm getting hungry. Yeah, just a little bit longer. They ain't quite brown on the top on these end ones. But what a pretty morning. We're talking about some major rain from this hurricane they're going through. even coming up into this area for a few days, but we're gonna be here for 3 weeks, so I'm sure we'll survive that little bit of rain or whatever, however much rain we get. And we'll just bring everything in that we don't want to get soaking wet. Chairs, and I'll fold up the little pop-up awning out there, and bring in the awnings itself. And so that way, we already have one of those collapse in rain. They don't like it. They just don't like rain. But we're gonna check on the pudding, the biscuits right now. They should be close. Oh, I'd say they look pretty good. I don't like them doughy. Well, what do you guys think? I'll let them go for another minute. So I'd really appreciate if anyone watching this video would like and subscribe to our channel. Leave us a comment. What do you think about me cooking? And let me know if you've ever made this recipe kind of like the same way I made it. I know there's 1,000 ways to make different things, and so I just thought I'd throw this together this morning. We haven't did much cooking stuff, and we're going to try to get in the mode of doing some cooking stuff when we're around on the road and showing some videos on that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, we are done. I'm going to turn everything off. We were sitting there the other day, and Dana cooked something in the oven, and an hour or so later she's like, it's really warm in here still. And she had left the oven on. So that's how they turned out. They look pretty good to me. So we got pudding and biscuits, and I'm going to put them on a plate. Usually grab me a couple biscuits and just kind of spread them apart like that. And I'll grab my fork there, because I'm going to be eating that. And there's a spatula. Yeah. Okay. And I'll have some for later, or some just chocolate pudding for dessert later. Doesn't really matter. And it's one thing good about when you're making stuff for yourself. It's nice to have extras. So anyhow, I want to say thank you very much for watching our channel. Please like and subscribe and let us know how we're doing. Hit the like button. You know, we need to hit that like button. We need you to hit the comment button. We'll watch all the comments. So tell us what you think. I'm gonna sit down and eat. So I'm gonna have a little bite right now. It's a little hot. Turned out really good. Thanks for watching. I love pudding and biscuits in the morning. So. Thank you.
This is where I should belong.